And joining me now via satellite from San Francisco's Mr. David Morris. He is the CEO of BlinkLogic Incorporated, stock symbols BLKL. David, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Don. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you here, David. Now, BlinkLogic describes itself as a company which provides a platform for your clients to deliver actionable information to their customers and partners over the web. Can you give us a general overview of the company, please?
Sure, Don. Corporations are accumulating massive amounts of data in their data centers, and the key frustration is getting that data into the hands of people who need it in sales, in finance, accounting, logistics, inventory management, supply chain. So as Gartner likes to put it, he calls those knowledge workers desperados, and what BlinkLogic does is we take that corporate information, turn it into valuable, insightful, actionable information, and put it in the hands of the people who need it.
You know, David, I really liked something that I saw at your website, whereby at blinklogic.com, by the way, where you say that BlinkLogic is a new way to think. Tell us what you mean by that.
Well, traditionally, business intelligence has been plagued with very costly, very expensive, time-consuming, complex infrastructure technologies. And the concept of BlinkLogic is that in the blink of an eye, you can have access to the valuable information that you need, and you can go about making better informed business decisions that help support, the progress of your corporation, as opposed to flying blind, being frustrated, not having access to some very basic information that you need in order to be more productive.
Well, one of the battle cries in business, of course, is that companies are always saying they want to under-promise and over-deliver. I mean, that seems to be what everyone's trying to do. It would appear that BlinkLogic is a solution to help companies do just that.
Exactly. Business intelligence, reporting and analytics, insightful information should be something that supports your business and sort of fades off into the wallpaper, so to speak, as opposed to being an enormously time-consuming, expensive, complex task. By offering our software online, such as companies like Salesforce.com, NetSuite, and so on, we give the users the ease of use and the ability to just go to our website, log on, get the information they need, and to go about making better informed business decisions.
We are talking with BlinkLogic Incorporated. Stock symbol again is BLKL. If you'd like more information about this company, call us toll-free from anywhere in the world you're watching the show, 888-259-4449. Free information will be on its way to you in the mail directly from the company itself. Now, David, it's so easy for valuable information and data to get lost in today's speed-of-light business world. The collaboration feature, I read about this on your website, again, blinklogic.com. Your collaboration feature of BlinkLogic appears to function as an organized manner in which it allows everyone within the company to brainstorm at pretty much the same time, correct?
Sure, Don. It's very expensive if you think about all the endless email strings and meetings and so on and so forth to share just some very basic business information. And by incorporating collaboration into the application, now that information is all kept centrally in our database, to where companies, if there's an annotation or a note or a comment about a performance figure or a metric or any key piece of information that needs to be discussed, people can access it right from the site, as opposed to having to spend time gathering in meetings, which is very expensive, or digging through hundreds of emails to find a couple of key pieces of information.
As I mentioned earlier, probably a couple of times now during this interview, I spent some time at your website when I was researching the company. I found another quote I really liked, that the fundamental concept in software as a service is service. I really like that. Can you elaborate on that for us, please?
Sure. You may have heard the term cloud computing or software as a service. Salesforce.com coined it, I think, about 10 years ago. That's what we are. You go onto our website, you log in, you use the application just like you would Yahoo Mail or Google Mail or Salesforce.com, and all of the infrastructure, all of the heavy lifting, all of the application, everything sits out securely on the internet for all of our customers to use.
Now, in addition to marketing directly to clients, you're also making opportunities available for strategic alliances and partners as well. Can you tell us about that?
Sure, it happens to be a key part of our business in which we partner with other software companies who would like to offer analysis, reporting, and in-depth insight into their data that sits inside of their specific application. And so we embed our technology into their software application, and then it gives them an opportunity to differentiate themselves in the marketplace, as well as possibly bring in some incremental revenues to their business. So our partner strategy, which is also our channel strategy, is to work with other software companies offering their customers business intelligence tools.
Again, Blink Logic Incorporated, BLKL, is the stock symbol, and our toll-free number from anywhere in the world, 888-259-4449 for free information in the mail. David, when you present Blink Logic as a solution to either a client or a prospective partner, is there a lot of IT infrastructure adaptation that has to go on?
In fact, it's quite minimal. You give us your data, and we populate the application, and off you go. Go to our website, distribute usernames and passwords, and your employees can start accessing the data they need on demand.
Okay, so basically what you're saying, it's a pretty easy move to your system.
Very simple. We set up a data feed which is secure. We pull the data, populate the application, and off you go.
Well, what about the generation of revenues? Let's talk about how you basically make your money. Is it a outright consultation, licensing, maybe a combination of both or more?
Well, we have a proprietary software application which we own. We charge a monthly subscription fee for the life of the customer, which is typically in perpetuity. So as long as they're using the application, we generate revenues on a monthly basis per user.
Once again, Blink Logic, BLKL is their stock symbol. David, this has been a very interesting interview. I love delving into what you folks are involved in. Why is this a good time right now for people to take a closer look at Blink Logic?
Well, it's all about revenues and earnings, and as we speak, customers are going live, and we anticipate somewhere in the neighborhood of 100,000 users in production in the very near term.
Once again, Blink Logic. David, we're initiating coverage of your company this week. Be watching you very closely over the next 3 months. I'm looking forward to more updates from you as we continue the story. Thanks so much for bringing the story to the show.
Thank you very much, Don.